Alright, good day everyone, it's Gareth again from Whatchamacallit Gaming, and here we're continuing our second episode of Captains of Industries, modded 2006. Now, I will probably have the mods in the description. I must just remember to put them back in the description because I've got them. Now, in the last episode we got the basics done, and as anyone who's watching this and has watched my series with this, I tend to cheat. I've got cheat mods loaded, so please be aware of that. If you're expecting a non-cheat playthrough, I'm sorry, I'm not your guy. It's also part of the reason I can build such large manufacturing, because if you watch anyone who does this properly, it's always small. They always go very small when they do this kind of stuff. Especially in the beginning. Later on, once their population size increases and their resource ability increase, then they go larger. Okay. Now, last episode we were starting to get mining. We want to mine raw materials, we need to refine them. I've got the dirty materials setting, so everything has to be processed before it can be used. Where was it? It was under terraforming? Yeah, all sorting. So we've got to sort the materials because it's all mixed. Now, here comes the catch. Where do we want to sort the materials? Now, the biggest thing that ends up with a roadblock for me with this thing is rock. Rock, I get it stuck. So what I'm thinking is I'll take advantage of the fact that the trucks can drive. It's not a huge distance. It is a huge distance by the game standard, but it's not actually a huge distance. So I'm going to set up my ore sorting here, so we have direct access to the ocean. So we can just, dump it into the ocean. Not the best approach, especially given that we're in a cove. In a cove like this, you would never, in real life, you would never want to dump your material into this cove, because as the tide comes in, it will collect what you're dumping and wash it back out. So this area will slowly fill up, and then you're going to have to constantly come and dredge to try and keep the water deep enough for your ships or cargo vessels to operate. This is actually a problem they've been having here at one of our coastlines. The whole coastline is like gone. It's been washed away since we moved down here. You come and you look and it's just gone. There's nothing left of that coastline at all. Okay, how do I want to do this? Sorry, I'm getting a little sidetracked. Let me finish my story. So they keep dredging the soil from the coast, and they used to have it set up as an automatic dredger. The dredger will go out, it'll collect the sand that's now been washed out, it will come around the coast, connect to a pumping station, and it would be blasted out onto the beach. It used to be one of the most popular spots for fossil hunting, because remember, the dredger goes out, it's collecting all the material from the sea floor, and you could go and look through the dredge piles, and you would find fossils, and you would find shark teeth, and you would find all this stuff, and it was like, yeah, that's really, really cool. Unfortunately, especially given how bad it's gotten these last few years, well actually last 10 or 12 years, there's nothing left. There is absolutely nothing left of that area. Okay. We want to add coal, copper, iron, dirt, and rock. That's the other one. Dirt is a problem. So we want to add rock. Now, what we do is we add the dirt and rock to the same pile. I do like this add-on to the sorter. It would be a nightmare to try and figure this out any other way. Okay, we're going to click V. Okay, there. Alright. Okay, there's oil sorting. Let's get this piece set up. So we want to move the resources into storage bins, and we want to dump the other stuff off. Have we got dumping? All? We got waste collection. Did I even install a waste collector on our settlement? Yes, I did. Okay, we've got a waste collector, but I don't think we've unlocked... No, we've got a liquid dump. We don't have a... Yeah, we haven't unlocked the stacker yet. And quite frankly, I want the other type. I don't know where that is in the tech tree. Here it is. A stacker tower. I really want that tech. But yeah, okay, we haven't unlocked that yet. So for now, we're going to have to figure this out. Okay, I actually want to reverse this. So, clear this, we'll put coal here, clear this, and we'll put dirt and rock on that side. That should be fine. Because then that'll be level 1 and it'll come here and we'll figure it out. We'll probably dump it in a cargo bin over here first. So let's do that. Oops, sorry, I'm moving my... How do I want to do this? Do I just want to run it here? Because, yeah, I'm going to need to leave space. Because each of these three will be on their individual levels. And they will go that way. Because the whole thing is going to be here. And because there's water here, we'll probably have copper here. And then we'll have, I don't know, a bridgeway, raw material storage. I also have to keep in mind that I'm going to have these raw material storages replaced later on with the big ones. Because I will admit, I truly, truly suck when it comes to planning ahead. Okay, hang on. Have we unlocked? No, we haven't. Unlocked this. Okay, that's 2 blocks. Whoops, this one. U-shaped connector. Is this going to work? Or do I do something like this? Hang on a second. I was gonna fiddle with this quick. Okay, if I do something like that, then I run this belt. Let's go with, it's 2 blocks. We'll go with 2 blocks. We run this belt out here. No, we're gonna run it out all the way. And then, do we put another connector block here? I'm just fiddling here. I actually don't think that's a sorter block. I think that's just a connection block. I think these are just connectors. They're not actually sorters, and I don't even know if these are part of the mods or part of the base game. So that would happen automatically. Okay, that's number 1. Do we still have space for this? Yes, we still have space for this. Okay, where am I unlocking that tech? Okay, that's still a little bit away. So we're going to get things sorted with the idea that this is how we're going to do this. And then I'm just going, okay, we'll wait for this to fill up and then we'll worry about putting it. Okay, let's just get this built so we can get the research good, keep the research going. Oof, power management is a problem. Now, please remember, I am basically cheating resources in, so it's not a problem. Transport balances we need. Retaining walls are fine. I actually find the retaining walls a bit annoying in this game, because I've tried using them before, and they don't seem to work. They work fine if, say, you build a ditch, or you build a pathway, then they work fine. But if you're trying to, build a coastline support, it rarely does. It doesn't work. Okay, that is complete, so that's fine. I'm mainly waiting on the research here, so we're not in a rush. I want the transporter balances, I want the conveyor lifts, and then we'll move on to the next stuff. Okay, on second thoughts, let's just pause quick and decide where are we putting storage, raw material storage. We need raw material storage. Do we put it forward of this, or do we tuck it in line with this? This is the question. Okay, I'm just going to turn this down a little bit, because it doesn't need to be quite that loud. You're going to get it double anyway, so why should I have it loud here? Okay, how do I want to do it? The biggest question now is, I do have blueprints. Have I unlocked blueprints? I've got blueprints. I've got a few I've built myself over the times. Like this is my iron one, so if I hit place, yeah. Downgraded is fine. The biggest thing I like about my blueprints is I got the conveyor belts at the end here, the correct setting. You can really simplify this construction, if you tried, but I in general just go with this thing. But I want to go something different this time around. I'm not going to copy my blueprints. The blueprints mainly also help if you want to get your sizing right. Okay, I don't actually want the vehicles to go too far. So. Okay. I'm just going to build this and see how it turns out. That's, say, one type of resource. So say this would be coal. And we'll run it back this way and back this way to whatever we're doing. Or do we separate these completely? My biggest thing is I like to create a buffer zone in any resource setup I have so that mining of raw materials can continue while the processing of the materials may be a bit slower. But the hiccup with doing that is you create a lot of bottlenecks. Because now we've got a bottleneck from here to storage. Then we've got a bottleneck from storage to the conveyor belts. And then the conveyor belts are a third bottleneck going to whatever production site we want to use it in. So these cause, well, problems. So, and also we've dramatically increased storage capacity here because we've got the capacity override. So that's not a problem. So do I actually just go with separate ones, put spacing? Do I do something like this? Let's see, that's on top. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We have the lines here, and then we have each of these materials going here. Then we can run the resources back this way. But the problem is then we've got crossing conveyor belts because the conveyor belts are going to go this way and this way. Or do I run the conveyor belts this way? We have the resource conveyor belts come on this side, and we have the other conveyor belts come out this side. That could work. But then I could put these back together because then we don't need spacing between them because resources out this way and around. Come on. Thank you. Okay, that's where sorry, I've been making a mistake. I've been holding Control-C to copy where it's just C. You don't need to hold Control. Okay, that could work. Let's get these built. I'm not even attempting to build the mining vehicles yet. I'm going to build the infrastructure, and then I'll build the vehicles that'll actually work the infrastructure. Because, yeah, we have a population problem. Yeah, don't worry, we'll sort that now. Luckily, we still have plenty of homes. Probably a good idea to increase housing, too. And we're not making nearly enough of those, so I've just been cheating them in. Is that the one I want? No, that's the boost manager. I want the cheats. Here's the cheats. Now let's just make it 1,000. Yeah, as I said, I am cheating. Please be aware of this. If you don't want to play, you don't want to see someone cheating, then this may not be the right episode for you. But this is just me having fun. I'm not interested in efficiency. I'm gonna end up with a rat's nest of everything in the end. I always end up with a rat's nest of everything in the end. Okay, that solves power problems. Okay. We're just waiting on research, really, because I want to get the layout properly, I need to get an idea of where I'm running these conveyor belts. Well, no, we can do it. We can start building our processor centers. Let's see, we're going this way with the processing centers. Do I want to build it here in front and go this way with it? Or do I want to go this way? I'm thinking I'm going to go in front here. Sorry, let's zoom out a bit so it's not so close. I'm going to build the ore refinery here, and then we can have our production centers going this way. Because this is actually a lot of room. It doesn't look like it because, well, I suck at space management. Seriously. Okay, but then do I want to reverse this? Oh, darn it, I want to reverse this. Delete and copy. Okay, let's get rid of those quick. I want to reverse this. I'm going to put it aside. I'm going to leave 3 lanes aside for the ore, raw ore, and I'm going to reverse this. Well, actually, I only need 1 lane if I want to do it properly. Yeah, my hiccup is I'm not 100% sure where I want to build. Okay, let's see. That's too close. 1, 2. Let's just leave extra space. Let's put it that way. And then what we'll do is we can have the coal come in at level 1. Say here. It'll go that way. And then once we have the conveyor lifts, we'll do the next one. Then this will be, let's say, then this will come. Oh, can I jump this? I can, but it looks terrible. Okay, we'll put a conveyor. Do I actually want to put a conveyor lift on all of this? I think I want to put a conveyor lift on all of this. We're gonna go with conveyor lifts. Level 1, level 2, level 3, level 0. Also, since we're here, let's just extend that a bit too. Okay, now we have balances, which are really nice. How did I do this? Oh, I did it because I was doing it that way. Right. Sorry, I'm actually used to having a lot of these storage bins set up. This is actually probably the smallest setup I've ever done. Normally it's way bigger. It is way, way bigger. And then we still got to process, well, the slag, but the slag is also quite easy to process. Also, I might as well do this while we're thinking about it. Oh right, that's what I'm doing. I'm cutting a path to here first. Then I'll start, this whole area is going to get cut up. Probably severe deforestation, but there's plenty of trees. We don't have to worry that much about it. We're going to have to try and get to the sand pits too. Alright, I haven't even got sand on the damn list. Okay, right now let's worry about the basics. We'll worry about sand and other materials later. I'm just waiting on this research. As soon as this research is done... Oh, is this building built? What do we want here? That's fine, and that's fine. And then of course we can go here and we go to cheats. No, settlement? Refill? And then we can just do that. I really wish I could set a permanent Unity refill, but that's just not part of this one. I can turn off this stuff, but it doesn't work. Okay, we've still got plenty of housing. Food, we're still doing okay. In fact, I think we're doing better than okay. Yeah, we've got plenty of reserves food. I do want to run a conveyor belt to... I do want to run a belt to storage. In fact, I'll probably end up moving this, and then I'll move the settlement by just building houses in this direction and demolishing them in that direction. And bring the whole settlement this way. Could I build the settlement and then move them? Yes, it's just annoying. And you end up with loss of population due to lack of people. It happens all the time. Okay, we are basically out of scrap, aren't we? Yep, we are basically out of scrap metal. We'll need to use the bricks still, but we're basically out of scrap metal. Perfect. Research complete. Okay. Okay. I'm just wondering if I got my music a bit loud here. Turn it down a little bit more, because I'm not as bothered by hearing it. I mean, I don't mind hearing the game, but it's not that big an issue. Oh, for flip's sake. No! Let me... No! Oh. Thank you. Well, it is nice that it'll automatically let you build to a connector. It can be quite annoying if you get it wrong. Because you see, I'm grabbing the connector point, not the thing, and that's annoying. Okay, this is going to look neat. It's not neat. It actually does look neat. I guess I haven't screwed up too badly. Okay, that's sorted. Now we can actually get to building whatever it is we want to build. Refinement. Processing. Okay. Okay. We have coal on this side and we need coal for both. Water will come from here. How big is that water thing? Oh, no. Water is plentiful. How much groundwater is left underground? A lot. Not going to be a problem. So, how do I want to build this? What angles, what approaches, what everything? Do I want to build it this way? Do I want to build it this way? And how many? one of the other hiccups I've been running into, when you build too big, there's no room for there's not the you can't get enough resources to your production site quickly enough to make it work. I often end up with coal starvation or iron or copper starvation, especially when you start making steel rather than iron plates. Let's actually push this forward. We can always move things later once we have connections. Let's go with 2 for the beginning, because we'll start with iron, and we want copper. Oh, and we want to turn this off. That reminds me. Okay, that's delivery. Yeah, because they got to be able to take the coal. Okay, that's iron. Let's push the copper way apart. How many do I actually want to do here? Well, these two, this will be easy to supply. I don't know if it'll supply enough output to whatever production center I want to work with. Actually, yeah. I normally go with 6 and I end up with starvation problems. Let's go with 4 each and just see what that does. So I'm going to move these over here. Copy them, I'm going to put like that. Okay, so we have iron, we have copper. Cool, let's get the iron sorted. Oh, and I want to get my heights here. So that is... Okay, no, coal will run flat. Oops, I've made a mistake. I have no idea what resources are going into what pot here. That is iron, so... That's iron. Iron. Copper. Coal. Yeah, that was a slight mistake on my part. So, iron. Copper. Coal. Bingo. Sorted. Okay, I don't know if I'm going to have these quite that high. They may all run flat first. And then, okay, first things first. We want to put a balancer here. So we want to... Actually, let's run these belts. We'll run the belts from here. We'll go this way. I'm going to put some space between them. This is going to be for coal. Ah, wrong belt type. I'm going to leave 2 gaps in case I can add a raised platform. This will be coal. This is going to park here. That way. Okay, that's how I'm going to run coal. I'm still going to end up with resource starvation. It doesn't matter what I do, I think. I'm going to still run into a severe resource starvation. This will be the primary belt. Okay, and then iron. I'm going to... Okay, then the iron plates... Just run copper at the same height. We'll run iron. Yeah, what's going to be the easiest here? Do we go from here, climb up one level and connect. This is where you run into the starvation, because remember, I'm feeding the first one first. I'm not feeding the second one. Then with copper, in this respect, I've already made a mistake. Because, well, I've got these now that I can easily connect them with a bridge. I now have to... Oh, does it not want to go under this way? No, it doesn't. Okay. Now it wants to go to the end. Okay, I don't know why. But you see here, I now run into the slight hiccup of having to hop. Now, I can hop. That's not going to be a problem. It's just going to look very strange. Actually, no. I'm doing this wrong. Delete you. No. Actually, don't have a choice. Have to do it that way. This one I can do here. Yeah. It's fine here. I can build a bridge. It just looks very dumb. I'm afraid I will admit I've never actually got this well. Never successfully done resource placement properly. I always seem to get it badly wrong. Okay, that's that. Let's start moving onwards. We want to refine. No, let's deal with the slag first. Where I think I want to put the slag on this side, or do I want to build the coal the other material here? Does mean I'm marching the belts long, because the slag is used to make concrete, or I use it to make concrete. So that one's crushed slag. So where do I want to store the slag? I actually want to store it. I actually want to feed it straight into the crushers and then crush it and then put it. But I'm not sure if it's going to be easier to go this way and have the concrete lines run this way. Okay. Let's run the concrete lines to the back for now. And then we'll worry about the rest. Sorry, the slag lines to the back. My angles with this damn camera. I have an idea. Do I put my slag storage here? Say I do this. I put it here in the middle. I then run this one this way. Okay, I want to run two of these. So first, yeah. One for the left, one for the right. And this will go. Like that. Yeah, it looks a bit weird from the way it's traveling. Can I connect this one to here? Yes, then this one can be deleted. That's fine. That actually works quite nicely. Just getting these blocks. I don't know why I'm having so much trouble with these cameras all of a sudden. Yeah, that's fine. Like I said, it's a rat's nest, as per usual with me with this stuff. I try and go neat, and then I don't know why. I just never get it right. that gets slag to here. Now, I don't want to store a lot of slag, so we're going to get rid of these. Because I don't actually need a lot of slag, I need a lot of crushed slag. So we'll get the crushed slag going now. Okay, it takes from an upper level and drops it onto a lower level. Fine. We're going to want a lot of them. How am I doing this? Or better yet, let's do it this way. Is that going to be the right height? That's the right height. Okay, and then we're going to want to move this group just one over. I'm wondering if I'm not screwing this up because remember, later on maybe later on I just rebuild, I'm not sure. Yeah, my camera angles, I'm not getting my camera angles right here. Yeah, now I need to run these to a large-scale storage bins. Have I screwed this up already, or does it just look like I screwed it up? These look the same. It's because of this thing. That's why it looks like I screwed up. That takes care of the crushed slag, and I'll probably build the concrete mixers here because we have access to water. That's not going to be a problem, and we have access to water for copper storage as well. Okay, then let's build that, why don't we? Where's going to be the easiest here? Then I can run the water either which way. I can either go this way to the copper, maybe bring it through here for the copper, and then I'll put the storage tanks here. We are kind of squishing this thing a bit. We can always move a bit further down. Do I put the water on this side? Like, okay, what the heck happened here? Okay, I don't know why it lifted those pipes out. Okay, crushed slag, water. That's fine. It looks a bit weird, but it's fine. I can live with that. I can live with that. Now then, we know each one of these machines can support 2 metal casters. So it's 4, 4, so it's 8. How do we want to arrange this, though? We'll just go with the tried and true. Yeah, it's fine. these a little bit over. Still keeping them in line. Okay, now how do I feed these? I'm gonna have to link these. Because, yeah, I can feed these two into this one and these two into the back. And then I'll put an elevator here. Let's just see if this is gonna work. I can always fiddle with it later. Yeah. This is very different from what I usually build. I think I'm going to have to modify this piece though. I don't think it's going to fit, yeah. And then I copy the same on the other side? Okay, slightly off center, but I can adjust. Adjustment's not a problem. I actually need to move these stations. The other option is we can drag all these buildings a little bit over. I mean, then we just gotta run these connections a bit longer. Like that. It works. It's not bad. Let me save, because I don't want to do this again. It's not like we don't have room to do this stuff. I mean, we really, really do have room to do this stuff. Okay, that makes melted copper. Okay, actually, I'm gonna fix this recipes. Okay, that's copper. Oops, I screwed that up. That's iron. Okay, now I'm not going to get confused. Okay, that's the raw materials. Where the iron can go straight to storage. That's not a big hiccup. The copper needs to go through a bit more refinement. Okay, let's do storages then. Once again, I'm going to go quite large with the storage bins. That was my screw up. Because, yeah, this will be run one level up, this one will be run... Yeah, I'm just going to take advantage of the leveling system. Okay. Let's do this. Oops, that was my screw up. I don't understand how these flat lifts work. When I place them against, say, something like this, it's the correct direction. But if I place it against something like this, where it's got a one-way connector that can only connect that direction, it doesn't automatically change the direction setting, and I don't know why. It does it when I placed it against the storage containers. When I place these here, they automatically change to the correct direction. So, you know, weird. Okay, that sort of works. I think. Honestly, I don't know what I'm doing here. Let's face that. Honest truth, no idea. Huh? Okay, that's straight to metal storage, that's fine. Now comes the fun bit, copper refinement. Because we need to put it through copper electrolysis. 24 on each of these. Okay, so we can only have 4 of these because that's literally all we can supply. Wahoo! Because 2 of these equal 1 of these. Of course I screwed it up. 24 plus 6, and these each provide 12. Not even. Not even, so that happened. Well, water's going to be easy to deal with, so that's not something I'm worried about. Because the water's right here. Am I running this probably as with the least efficiency possible? I'm gonna go with definitely. Bit high. It works. Luckily, pipes are really flexible in this game. Okay, just place that there for now. Just want to make sure I'm recording because I sneezed. So if you suddenly heard a loud, unexplained explosion, you know why. In this case, I'm just going to cheat. See here, this one swapped correctly. I don't get it. Okay, let's get that started at long last. I haven't even got the machines to mine the raw materials. I'm still working to build. Under normal circumstances, I couldn't build this at all. I wouldn't have enough resources. This is like way too big to be practical. Way too big to be practical. So, luckily, I'm cheating. So we'll add some of that, and we will add some of that. It'll be good. Because yeah, I've got 60 bricks. That's it. Okay, let's get that built. I'm probably going to find I'm still running into power supply issues. I actually need to move my power supply because here is the fuel for it. We could take it. Okay, can we run? am I draining too much from a single source? Maybe draining too much from a single source. We'll have to see how it goes. Yeah, no, I'm not going to run into. I'm going to run into a worker difficulty. Then I can dismantle these generators, which are running flat out, put them here, and then I don't have to worry about fuel problems anymore. Yeah, I know I'm going to run into a population problem. This was inevitable. Have we fixed the ship? Yes, but we don't have a crew for it. Because we've been running into population problems. Okay, we've got backup diesel generators and they're running, so that's fine. Yeah, the next big thing is vehicles and population. Yeah, we're not even going to get to the point where we can do actual production because we don't have any. Okay, let's get those vehicles built. For now, we want to build 6. It's fine, that's 2 each. 2 each at each mining station for now because we just got 3. I definitely want more. Okay, we now have settlement water. Once again, water is... Okay, yeah, I intend to move the settlement, so I'm not going to put water, give them water just yet, which sounds truly evil, but it's not. They can just walk a bit further. They won't have running water. They'll have to collect it from, near the farms. So they'll walk with buckets, or they'll take a truck and, they'll just take it. They'll actually get it the same way everyone in South Africa just about gets it nowadays. Via truck. Nah, I'm kidding. We do still actually have running water. It mainly bursts out of the pipes everywhere, but we do have running water. Ay, ay, ay. I think it's where you live in South Africa, because I know... I'm glad we got out of Johannesburg, because apparently that area is now terrible, 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 so... But what do I know? What do I know? Oh, new edicts. Awesome. We have unlimited water, so that's not a problem. We could boost population, but I tend to not like using that one, even when I'm short on people, because then I forget about it and I don't realize I've been boosting population for like several hours, and I can't figure out why I keep running into the problem of not enough housing. Not enough construction components again. But that's because we have no more metal. Metal is all gone, so we can actually scrap that for now. We've got bricks. Don't have anything else. And, well, we do have a settlement. Okay, we can adopt a population. That'll boost our population rating for a bit. We can get more scrap, but right now we don't need that. What do I want to do? Oh, right, I want to refill. Yeah, that's going to be annoying. I'll let it grow normally, not worry about it. Yes, I have a population problem, I'm aware. We've got more refugees, which is fine. Is this a pump problem or a... No, this is a flow problem. This is not a pump problem. Just not pumping enough oil. We are keeping this... Yeah, we're just not pumping enough oil into these tanks. And it's not that we don't have enough pumps to pump oil into the tanks. It's the pipe isn't big enough to take the oil into the tanks. Okay, so 2 have already been built. Let's start getting the coal going then. We're just gonna match vehicles to... Normally I add like 6 vehicles and 3 miners per unit, but for now we'll just stick 2 tubes. Now the reason I normally provide extra trucks is because the trucks have further to go. And at first it's just gonna be dirt. Right, I'm gonna tell them... Okay, once the dirt flows here, I'll tell them to keep it empty. Oh, I put mixed resources, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Okay, hang on a minute. I've screwed this up. Okay, because the storage bin does not like when you put more than one item in. Now, we should have sorters? I'm almost positive I unlocked... Did I not unlock resource sorters? Nope, I haven't unlocked smart sorters yet. Dagnabbit. Okay, that's going to cause some delays, I'm afraid. I thought I already had it, but I don't. Well, it doesn't run at the moment anyway, so it doesn't matter. Food supplies, still doing okay. Initially, this is going to be really slow going. Alright, we're out of steel plates completely. Let's add them. Sorry, iron plates. Get everything back online. So again, Unity. Unity cap, I'm assuming, sets the maximum amount of Unity, so that's not what I want. Yeah, I know, we're going to be having a population problem for a little while. Okay. Sorters are going to be working, but the problem is I need the smart sorter so I can have it split properly. That's why it's going to get stuck in here for now. Is this one not kick? Oh, this one doesn't have any dirt to kick. Okay, that's fine. We could use the stackers. I actually don't like the current stackers. They're easy to use, but the problem is the way they dump is just no good for now. So I think we're just going to keep filling up here. These tanks are full. That tank is full. But it's more of a case of flow rate here than anything else. Then when it rains, I'll admit I really do like this water setup. We can guarantee that no matter where the water comes from, we'll catch it. Under normal circumstances, you would have a filtration plant or something here. Now, for crop growth, this is fine, but this would also double as drinking water. So that would be a problem. Oh, we're waiting on vehicle parts production. As soon as we have the smart converters, we'll get everything going properly for raw material refinement, and then we can see about maximizing it, and then we can start reducing. Though, due to the way I've got these set up, because of this mod, which it's annoying that's probably a copyright issue, you know that. I don't think it's part of this HUD setup. I don't even know what it would be called. So, I don't know. I don't know. So we just wait a little bit. Unfortunately, now we've got to be a little patient. It's almost done though. Is this our second vehicle? Yeah, this is our second vehicle, so we can go here. It's done. Let's make the first one dirt. And voila. And we just say keep empty. They'll just keep dumping it. That makes life a bit easier. It also means we get a bit of a, once again, another blockade, but another choke point, but there's nothing I can really do about it at the moment. Later, as the conveyor belts speed up, we shouldn't have this problem. Because initially, it's just dirt. And they'll just keep dumping it here, so that's not going to be a hiccup. So, the last two vehicles are being built, plus trucks, and then we're probably going to want more trucks. And then we got to get enough population that we can build proper housing. We want to copy this over this side quick. Okay, give the trucks a chance to put some crops into this one, because this one is full-ish. And then we can delete this one. Just so we don't get a weird starvation error. You see the food dropped and the health dropped. Because there's not enough food. And now there is enough food. Trucks can once again drop it back off here if they want to. Waiting on vehicle parts. Once we expand to full automated production, we should be fine. But it's going to take a little while because the way I set up their digging, they have to dig through that. Basically, thanks to that auto mining area mod, it's set it up so they'll dig down before they'll dig. So I've got a lot of dirt I have to move. Which means I actually need a lot of trucks. Research. Okay, and then we've got housing and upgraded housing. We'll get to that. New refugees. Hooray. I don't actually want to build new housing. I actually want this structure gone, but to get rid of it, I need to build a place where I can put cement blocks. Let's just do that. Just for right now, I'll just put it here. It will be with cement slabs and it will be full. And hopefully they'll strip this place empty, and then I can start moving these buildings over. So I need to I'm basically going to build a row of buildings until I'm like here just about, and then I can move everything over. Why are you guys not taking from here? I mean, seriously. Strip this place bare. Okay, yeah, they've started it. Good. They'll slowly get it stripped, which is what I care about. Because that building, I will admit, it's nice that we get it as a start, but it is so annoying to get rid of later on in the game as you play. Especially if you tend to expand a bit rapidly like I do. Yeah, definitely copyright issue there. Wait, where? What? Oh, is it stuck? It's stuck. Did the ground collapse? It looks like the ground collapsed. Okay, I'm confused. What the heck happened here? This says 1 and that says 1, so why is it different? Yeah, they're all one. That's not what I'm asking you to do. I want you to dig. Well, that's annoying. Why? Okay, hang on. I'm gonna have to dig it wider. I don't understand how -1 and -1 is not identical. Yet suddenly -1 is -2 here. That makes no sense to me whatsoever. And that's not gonna work either. Okay, this is not going to work either. I'm going to recover this vehicle as well. I'm going to pause this mining operation, erase this operation completely, and we're going to start right here. Bingo. That is beyond annoying. How is this? It says -1 here, it says -1 there on the mining indicator, so it should be the same. But apparently it's not. This is not -1. I just don't get it. Okay, we'll set it up so I can dig here as well. Yeah, and then it won't even... See, it's not even bumping. It's like it's a mill out somehow. I don't know how that happened. So this one at least, yeah, this one is at least making, because it started there and I went up. That is very annoying. Have I screwed this up here? No, that one's fine. That one's fine. Yeah, I just had a feeling the vehicle was already there. Okay, we got the next stage in research. Next level in housing. And that we had captain sign. And forestry. Okay. Research is complete. Have I actually finished what needs to be done? Yes, the base research is done. So, don't need these anymore. Load ship with a crew, because I keep forgetting to do that. Take advantage of the situation and add another set of 3 miners. And then I think I want another 10 trucks. Like minimum. Oh, let's stop. 20 trucks. We need to get vehicle component manufacturing up and running. But to do that, we need to actually have proper refinements. So I'm going to just cheat it for now. Vehicle parts add. Rubber we are making. Steel plates we are not making. Sorry, iron plates. Because we just aren't. Oh good, that building is gone. Alright, let's... Okay, I'll move that now. I actually need to move manufacturing and everything first, so let's focus on getting the vehicles built. We'll have 4 vehicles, that gives us 1 space we can run. And we'll focus on adding more vehicles to the list because, well, we're going to need these trucks. At least initially. Later on, we want to go as much as possible to conveyor belts, but we're still just digging dirt at the moment. We haven't even hit any usable raw materials. Ah, Unity is low. Well, that's easy enough to fix. Yeah, unfortunately we're not making any because we're not supplying. We're getting a base of 10, which is all we have, and half of it is gone to pollution. More than half of it is gone to pollution, and we're using up the rest. So yeah, we're running a deficit. Not the best way to operate, unfortunately. We're definitely going to want more excavators, though. But for right now, this is fine. Alright, I want to add 2 trucks for refueling. That'll slightly speed things along, but not much. Right now we're just digging holes. We are literally digging holes. And our health is terrible. Do we just start planning the production sites? Normally I do, but I'm just not sure right now. Because, yeah, I could start planning production. We could get the, we could build the next stage for, what's it? Okay, hang on a minute. How far are the buildings we're going to keep? Probably going to demolish these 4, keep these 3. So, let's upgrade these 2 housing settings. Because these populations we need. And then we're going to move further this way. Remember, we still got to get rid of wastewater somehow, some way. This will give us the extra housing, because these 4 are going to get demolished. And we're going to move this way so we can run a conveyor belt straight to from the farms, which I'm going to expand in this direction to get there. Okay, I just want to check time quick. Yep, that is pretty much the hour. I've spent a lot more time faffing here than I expected. So, anyway, I hope you've all enjoyed, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. This is Gareth from Whatchamacallit Gaming, out.